And welcome back to the joy that is Farm Sim 19 and indeed Little Norton. I think we're now all up to speed, so this is being recorded and rendered and thrown up. There's no buffer anymore, we're just doing it and setting up, as I suppose most people would do anyway. But so, you'll have caught from the last video there was a bit of a kerfuffle, but we're up and running now, I think. And today, there's not an awful lot to be done with ours. I think we could probably do some water for the coos. And yeah, we've got weeds throwing out now. I suppose I could do a weeder. Yeah, I suppose I could. But I'm not. Head forwards. There you are. Because we are off to do the wonderful things he does in field 25. So where the heck's field 25? Hopefully it's, I didn't think that was that far away. There's 26, 27. Okay, I'm being blind now. You're all shouting at me, I know, but oh, right there. Ooh, that's a big boy. So what do we reckon? In the back of 28, I think. So it's a fertilising contract because at the moment that is full and the coos are full of food. Could do a bit of water, but other than that they're fine, so that's okay. I need to get go and do 25 first, don't get distractified. I know, it's not like me. So we'll go and do this because there's an achievement somewhere on tour about being helpful or something. That'll be a tree, Greg. Oh. Yeah, then you did a weird thing. Where's that road going? Oh, right, okay. Wow, you're just. Hang on, is it really that narrow? Yes, it is. Okay. Mind you, I do have extra fat tyres on. Or should that be tyres of size in this day and age? But anyway, we're big fellas, whichever way you look at it. Or floors, as they used to be. So this should be 25. Yes, there we are, 25. Now I have accepted that, haven't I? Fertilise field 25, yes. Am I going to kill your crops? I might do, actually. I'll try not to, that would be a bad thing to do. This is quite impressive. So, there's a bit of a performance, but I actually quite like it. So you set it going, and it pretends. Right? And then, you do, no, not that one. There you go, see that? The window's opened. And then, set going, and we lower it, and basically you're turning on the drive for the spreader, and that's really quite clever. It's not a shattering, no, it's not, but it's nice attention to detail. Although I would imagine if you've got your hydraulics running to set the spinners going, that would probably. Well, you might have the belt on a different one. Otherwise, it's free country. Anywho, I need to do weeding. As you can see, it's starting to come through in all sorts of places. Oopsie. And I thought, right, okay. Just do one of them perhaps. Yes, we can. Excellent. So I thought, right, okay. And now I did a wee bit off screen and nothing. Just nothing. So if I was going to get a weeder, as I say, then that would do it. But I've got a sprayer, so I thought I'll go and put a layer of fertiliser on. Need another growth stage. Right then, okay. So I haven't really got an awful lot of pennies to do other stuff or start other enterprises. I thought I might get some troops just to get things tootling along in that department, but I don't know. There we are. That was a wee bit excessive. So I thought, you know what, I haven't done a contract in ages. So here we are. And I'm missing quite a lot on the edges, but I think that there's a margin of error. So I'm hoping I won't have to come back for them. But we'll see, it is a pretty massive field. I also like to try this spreader, because it's got the extra big boy wheels. It's just getting a wee bit closer now, nosy. Yes, I'm making a picture of that, but it's alright. So, yeah. Seems to work quite nicely. Oh, so PTO goes all the way to the back. Alright. Oh, see if I'd actually look where I'm going, that would probably help. Right. Back you go, back you go. There we are. Right, so yes. And again, thanks to Species for his efforts in cattle and crops. I will get it sorted out. But at the moment, I'm just trying to figure out what I use for, what bits I use for what, and what I need and what I actually don't need, because, well, in this I've got just about everything mapped to something or other, but you can do doubles, and they did say they were going to sort out doubles, but they haven't, so that's an ickle bit annoying, I'll be honest. It was, you know, and I'm not normal in many ways. But especially in as much as I have quite a nice wheel that's spoiled, and I've got a HOTAS that's spoiled. I've also got a G13 which no longer exists. So how the heck it keeps going, I don't know. It just does. Even the software hasn't been updated for donkeys. So it's just a case of working out which bits I actually want on the controllers and which bits I'm happy to do on the keyboard. It looks quite, why have already done this? Yes, I have. Oopsie. It looks quite an intriguing setup. But other than watching Species, I haven't really done much. I did have well, the reason is I've been having a wee side project. There's a program called Vorpix, which I picked up quite some time ago when VR was just coming through and people were getting terribly excited about converting everything that moved into VR. And slowly but surely, actually it's not that straightforward. And then they said, right, we need a toolkit for this, and eventually, long story short, they came up with Vorpix. I've been trying to get this boy to play with Vorpix, and it's not, but I keep trying. In theory it should work, because Vorpix is meant to take the textures and then just split them left and right, so that you get a stereo image. So in theory it should work. It says all the right things. It just well, it won't run long enough for it to work. Right, so we can lift that steering. It calls it a steering wheel. Hang on a sec. Aye, steering wheel. I don't know why you call it a steering wheel, but anyway, so you see the spinners keep going? steering wheel, which makes no sense to me. But anyway, that's what they're calling it, so. Right, that's enough of you. Let's get lined up on something. Yeah. 42%, not too shabby. So yeah, I've been trying that. I also had to go at I've been doing a wee bit of ACC and it's a long while since I actually did some serious racing and pretty rubbish. So when I get myself back up to pace on that one, that and Dirt Rally 2 is another one I was still trying to. I had a wee monitor or something where I could have a single screen to record, but I haven't quite got that. Yeah, I have to go digging on forums again. Mainly because I quite happily throw up these videos. As I've said before, I'm not expecting to rule the world every shot to year. I just enjoy doing them. They're a bit of a giggle, and you never know. I spent a wee bit of time in farming, a few years. I've got a mate of mine who's, well, he's actually looking to get out now, but he's been in farming for quite a lot of years. So I do find it intriguing, and I'm a driveraholic, so you know, it's driving. But yes, at the moment I am just waiting for that there season. Oh, I could do the time up on Dreamboy really. No. There you go, one of them. Alright, might have reduced that a bit. Now, if I was sensible, that's a pretty big if. I think we can all agree on that. But if I was sensible, I would probably set GPS going. Yeah, maximise your coverage and all that sort of thing. Yes. So let's pick a line and say that one. Right, now then. Right, hold on to that. Let's get back inside now you're wondering. So let's see. And then right. No. Poop. So E1. There you are. Right, so how far out are we? Oh, just a wee cake bit at the end there. It's not too shabby at all. And yeah, that's too big a slice to leave. Can't be doing that, especially to zone me. Can't have that now. Yeah. I know I keep blithering on about it, but it was him, watching him, that made me think, why not? He seems to enjoy himself. Let's have a do with that, see how that goes. So sort of an oddball satellite, or just oddball, you know, that too is. Right, what are you saying? Haha! Cruise control and GPS. And relax. So now we can do that. Make everybody sick, including me. But the other thing that's going on is, and apologies for the excessive tech talk recently, but it's just what's going on in the world. AMD, of which I have a very chuffed with this, still chuffed to bits with this processor. It's an absolute animal. But I got that right? No, I haven't. I made a pig's ear of it. That's what I did. There you are. You're quite good at that bit. There we are. Good, good. Are you doing stuff? Yes, you're doing stuff. Excellent. How are we? 8,000. Right, there we are. So yes, AMD are, well, they're on a charge. Really are on a charge. New processors, yeah, technically it is an upgrade from mine. But to be fair, although it's a performance upgrade, it's not really enough to make me think, oh, I need to go and get a fretting. I've only had this 5 minutes. It's, you know, I see entirely why they've done it. And I'm very glad that they have. But I'm quite happy with what I have for the moment. I'm absolutely fine with that. Now, hang on a sec. No? To that one, just really small steps. There you are, that's the one. So it was control, sorry, alt, page up, page down to alter my left and right pages. But yes, and I will get to this sentence. It seems quite elusive, but I will get there. They are in the final throes, if that's the right way of putting it, of polishing off a graphics card or a set of graphics cards that, and I haven't said this for years, but from all accounts looks like they are going to be trading blows at least with Nvidia, which is no mean feat. Nvidia, unlike a certain other huge company, did not rest in their laurels, and for either their own integrity or because they knew at some point they weren't going to have it all their own way, they kept pushing themselves forwards. Another company decided that because they were the only ones in the market, really, it didn't matter, which is, to say the least, a bit naughty. But they've had their comeuppance now, because, well, it may well take them quite some time to catch up. Anywho, Nvidia are in their last release, that was the 30 series, and you're going to get a quick recap just in case, unlike me, you don't follow it, because I do appreciate if you're not that bothered, it's pretty dry. It's pretty dry. So, Nvidia launched the 30 series, and apart from one or two mentions at the start, completely ignored the 20 series. Completely ignored it. Technically, great step forward. Introduced stuff that was introduced stuff that was technically fascinating, amazing, with the ray tracing and all that sort of carry on, and other stuff. There was tensor cores and all sorts of gubbins that was new and was great. Performance wise, not so hot. I've got a 1080 Ti, cost me £700 and some pounds. The 2080 Ti was £1,200. I thought, oh, you're getting on for double the price. Performance improvement, 15%, 20% in some games, and I just thought, nah, not having that. Not having that at all. So I held on to it, and when they did the 30 series, the whole thing was Pascal users, that being 1080 Ti's and the like, it's safe to upgrade. So Nvidia themselves admit that the 20 series was not their biggest and best. QAMD and the ubiquitous leaks, because you're always going to get leaks, that's just seems to be part of the game now, And there's benchmarks. There's a different approach, but benchmarks on what I would call real world stuff, because ray tracing is fantastic, but there's not a huge uptake like all new technologies. It'll take a while. So in the real world stuff, AMD are looking like they're going to be pretty damn close, and they might even just nose ahead in a couple of games. So what I'm hoping madly here, but what I'm hoping is that if you're not desperate to have ray tracing on absolutely everything, then there might be an argument to finally have an all AMD system. It'll come down to pricing, but performance wise it looks like it's not going to be just a whitewash or a green wash should I say. So that's great. That's great. I don't want somebody to be absolutely head and shoulders towering over everybody. I want them to be trading blows. The guy I follow says competition's always a good thing. I mean, he says that a bit too often for my liking, but there you go. That's just me. So that's kind of where we're at. I've been following that a lot. Learning a new run at work, which hopefully could well turn into my run. So that'll be nice. It's an ADR run, which is basically dangerous goods. ADR is a French phrase, and it's transport of dangerous stuff. I think it's stuff or goods. Translation's a bit woolly as far as I'm concerned. I'm not sure. Something along those lines, but yeah. Because let's face it, we're all desperate to be something other than what we are. If it's driving, we're desperate to be Europe, and if it's culture, we're desperate to be America. I'll leave that there because I'll probably upset people, but yeah, I have no problem with picking up on other cultures. That's absolutely fine, but just be yourself. There's so many folk, and they've got an absolute fascination with using American terminology, and it's not even used correctly half the time, which I just find unbelievably annoying. There you go. Seen Marahawe. And that's a wee bit of Gaelic, because I do remember that much. Not nearly enough, but you know, a bit. Anywho, dangerous warblings over. We just about killed this off now. I'll probably get a strike for using that K word as well. Yes. Oh, and by the anyone thinking about VR, the Quest 2, fantastic piece of kit. Stupid money for what it is. Absolutely stupid, stupidly cheap that is. However, you have to sign in with Facebook. Now, I've got the Oculus Rift CV1 with customer version 1. I know. They must have been up all night thinking that one up. But I've got until 2023, and then come 2023, that's it. I will either have to sign in with Facebook or lose the use of it, which of course is the one thing they said they'd never do. Whoopsie. Right, so we're done. That's quite a big margin of error. Okay, let's do magic. Correct. There you are. Oh yeah, we've got fertilising, so that's a bit of rubbish. Right, where's field 44? What the heck are you? 41, 43. Oh, you're over there, are you? Well, that's not too bad. That's over by the biogas plant. Right, I might do that. I'll not do that just now, but I might do that later. Yes, get rid of that for now. What? Oh. And, oh, close that before it starts dribbling out the back and giving me burn. Don't want burn. Burn's not good. Righty, there we are. Now, I thought that was going to be my first contract after the reload, but apparently not. Maybe we get out here. No, not yet. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm kind of running off. Why did you do any damage to your cars? No, you're impervious. Right, you're impervious. Grand. Oh, there we go. That'll be a road. That'll be a road. There we are, right. The temperature's coming up nicely. Now, I'm going to have a look. I don't think I'm going away. Don't think I'm going to get away with this. Oh, tell you what, we need to sort this. Yeah. Need to sort this access road out. So, there for now. What are you saying to 66%? So I think we need to. I thought a cloud, fertilizer, seed for that's how it is. Right, so hang on, let me just check something here. No, you're not taking it. What about you? I don't think you will either then, so I just have to wait for things to germinate. Nope. Alrighty. Fair enough. So, that'll be it. Nope, that way. Oh yeah, that was the last bit I did. So, right, so that's going to get pummeled a lot, so that should be. I'll get rid of you because I don't like it. Yeah, I know it's petty, but it's me. It's petty. Yeah. Get rid of you as well. Tidy that up. There we are. Lovely. No, that's one that'll grow. We don't want that. Right, something like that. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Right, so that's why we're saying they can't do any of that yet. And also, the weeds aren't big enough to be sprayed off. I do have my sprayer ready to go. Actually, no I don't, that was a dummy run. I didn't see that because it was a dummy run. need fuel? No, we're fine. That'll do. Wait. That might have been a bit too far. There you go, that'll do. Now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them, but just so we're sort of ready for whenever I suddenly have a, oh, I'm going to do that. But, oh, a bit too close, was it? Right, and here. Right. So, there we go. That's one of them. Right, McDuff. So, that's now in seasons. What are we saying? Alright. Warm straw. Well, might not be very rock and roll, but it's what needs doing. So, how are you getting on? Are you doing stuff? Yep, you're doing stuff. Excellent. I don't remember, I think they have to be pretty close for this. I know I should really look where I'm going, but is that close enough? Yes, it is. And can I leave you to do that? Not going to, whether I can or not. Yeah, alright, you're done. Oh! There's poo! There is poo. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got that. Oh, that's it. Hang on, which one is it? Is it that one? Oh, that one. That one. Okay. Right, there's that one. That'll be a bridge. A bridge? Is that a bridge? Yes, that's a bridge. Oh, that'll be a gate. Okay. Right. And you're nice and full. Right, so I think you'll probably take one anyway. Might take more than one, who knows. Don't actually manage to get this flat out yet. So this has got a much better pivot point. Well, it's better greased, if you get what I mean. Right, so we'll leave you like that. You gonna just keep going? Oh, you are. Alright. Yeah, I had to chop to one of these because I can't think now. But I was loading something and I couldn't actually get high enough. What's it doing? I'm pretty sure it's with a bucket anyway. And I just could not get high enough to tip in, so right, steady. I know, any excuse to buy a class. I do like class. Sorry, what can I say? And also, it's got far better trade. Oh, is that? It will be, you know. It will be. Let's see. Don't know if you'll pick this up. You might. Oops. Well, I just dropped that. Yeah. I like. It really impresses me how much that joystick there. Apart from the dead zones that I put in, it's absolutely one-to-one with the HOTAS. You're not going to pick that up, are you? And here's one I prepared earlier, apparently. Thank you for not running away, girls. A bit trusting of me, really, but anyway. That's it? Oh, it was two. Okay. Yep. Nothing to see here. Move along. The famous honk said. Right, so. I haven't actually got a spreader. But you would assume I would need at some point. At least I would anyway. It would seem reasonable. Right, I'm not going to be trusting this time. I've done more than my fair share, I think, of running around after coups in some of the places. I'll not invite them to do daft things. But yeah, there's a point. Now that little fertiliser job, I don't know if that's what's happening if to buy a spreader. Might be. Not that I need it at the moment, but you see, I could in theory do the grass. If I have a mod in, it lets me mow it at any point, and it just alters your yield, which is reasonable. Yeah, I'm not getting you out yet. Oh, wait a minute, let's have a wee... Right, so that's definitely coming on now. Where are you? Yeah, that one, there you are, and that. What? Right, thank you. So I'm 71 feet up. Fair enough. And it's not grown at all. Moisture is 19%. And now you're claiming fertilising is at 100%. Oh, it is. That's why. Well, how did I manage that then? Alright, well I must have done that the right way around, so to speak. Right, okay, well we sorted the coups out. What are you doing? See, this is the one I was thinking, it's ready to harvest, so I could. Do I, is the question. Question for another day, I haven't looked at the time, I've overrun, there's a shock. Yes. So, that's kind of where we're at. I think I'll go and do that. Get off. I'll go and do that other fertilising contract, gets a few more pennies. Next time we'll be having a look at a fertiliser spreader, because Unless there's a sell point. I might have a look for a sell point, because slurry would be... Oh, that's what I've lost. When I did 2 runs at the BGA, I would have had a bucket load of digestate. Poo. Oh well. Sell again. Right folks, thank you very much for watching. Nice to be back in the seat. I'm going to stop this one and I will do the next one back to back, and then get them rendered and thrown onto YouTube, and hopefully before too long you'll be watching and going, what the heck's he blithering on about now? Which I would imagine is a fairly reasonable reaction. Any reaction's a good reaction, and with the way things are going, if I can help by distracting and being silly for half an hour, there you go. I'm more than happy to be silly. Got a lot of experience. Right folks, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, take care. Cheers and out.